Okay, so I'm going to read 513, 514, 515, and 516. That's on fear, desires, and emotions, out of course, the book Song of the Butterfly. So fear, anxiety, panic attacks. It is fear of loss, fear that you are some transient life that has death waiting at its door, fear that you do not know what is waiting. Is there eternal life, or does death mean extinguished? One fears circumstances. One thinks that desires, the collecting of temporal things, are equated with peace, contentment, and safety. That aversions are safety nets, so walls are built and one constructs a prison rather than a castle of safety. No matter how nice the edifice, it can still be a prison of our own design and construction. This is what fear of loss, fear of the unknown create and continue to create and sustain until the pattern is broken through some type of a spiritual sadhana or living practice that tears away the delusion. 514. Searching only ends when one stops running and faces the fears and sees they are all illusions of our own creation. Only then one finds out what Moses found, that I am, that I am. Number 515. Fear is the foundation that most live from, around, and within. Yet they attempt to convince themselves it is something else. Number 516. Those that are living in a fear realm are clinging to past events and projecting fear and trepidations into the future ruminations. These events are over. You continue living in fear and create such mountains out of molehills that you see not your way out. But I assure you that nothing may come against one that stands in the light of truth. Life is eternal. Only the gross form is shed when your work is completed. That is all. And your work at this time is to see through these illusions of truths that hold you fast to where you are, and you are not held at all. It's your own mind that's keeping you in this pain and fear of those around you that can in no way harm you except that you hold fast to what is said and take it to be so. It is not so. Fallacy has no way to bind one except within their own acceptance of it. So I'm going to tell you a true story of somebody that I knew. Now, this woman had been a gospel singer, okay? And she had this fear she was going to have to go to the dentist. She was married to a younger guy and was convinced she was going to go to the dentist. She was going to die. He was going to pull all her teeth. She would lose her guy. I mean, all of these fears were coming up and she was consumed by it, absolutely consumed. And I told her finally, quit putting yourself in this circle and just go. Well, she went, and the only thing she needed was a tooth cleaning. That was it. But she had herself convinced she was going to die. They were going to pull out all her teeth. She was going to lose her marriage. All of these things based on fear. The shadow that constructed, and she just kept growing and growing and growing and bigger and consuming her into this projection that she was absolutely convinced she would die, or they would pull all her teeth and she would lose her marriage. Okay? So the moral of this is just get on with it. face the fear. Go through it and find out it's an illusion that's kept you on this treadmill of angst and anxiety, etc., when there was really no need to be there at all. So on that note, I'll leave that here.